here's what I think they're doing here with this. I think that they are testing the waters. They want to see the reaction that they're going to get from this classic mode. Because it's going to be only for a limited time, right? It's only for a couple of weeks that this is going to be out. But I think they want to see, hey, we had this formula that we have changed since in Overwatch 2. We haven't had a lot of success with these changes. What if we try going back, see how it works for us, and if it's successful, if people like it, we can implement some of these changes possibly a little bit more permanently. So those changes being reverting some characters maybe back to some of the states that they were. I really hope they don't bring back 6-man res. Please don't bring back 6-man res. But they may bring back some other mechanics. Most notably, I think they're thinking about bringing back, obviously, 6v6, right? And this is probably one of their biggest test runs with bringing back 6v6. Now, I think 6v6 is better than 5v5. I think 5v5 is okay, but the fact that you're so reliant on one tank does make the game a little unenjoyable at times when that one tank is not really up to par or up to the standards of what the other tank is bringing to their team. And so it becomes very hard when you're in the other roles to clutch, right? When that one tank isn't great. You know, on the other side of that coin, it probably sucks for tanks to always feel that pressure to perform at the top of their game all the time without that slack. Having a second tank there to kind of pick that slack up, right, to have that off tank to sort of help in the areas the main tank can't, and allow the main tank to just kind of focus on leading rather than covering all their bases, I think that's a lot more of a cohesive way to play this game, especially a game like Overwatch, right? It's not Valorant, it's Overwatch. It's a lot more team-based than a lot of other games out there. My problem is this. We're going backwards and saying we're going forwards. Like, this is great. But at the end of the day, what they're giving us here as content is nostalgia. Where they go from here makes me think that we're just going to end up going back to the way things were, which may not be a bad thing, but they're going to keep the changes that we didn't like, that didn't need to be made. So the whole point of Overwatch 2, if we remember, was to add in the PvE. That was number one. And then the other main part was the 5v5 standard. They decided to switch up the gameplay, which in my opinion, I thought that was something that they just kind of tacked on and they felt like they could just to justify a second game. But the PvE and the 5v5 were the main points. The PvE got scrapped, right? All that was left to distinguish Overwatch 1 from Overwatch 2, other than, I guess, the updates that were made continuously from Overwatch 2's launch, which they should have been making in Overwatch 1 anyway, so I don't count them. The only distinction is 5v5. Now, if they get rid of 5v5, which most of the player base concludes and agrees is inferior to 6v6, if they get rid of that and they go back to 6v6, what changed? Why do we have Overwatch 2? What is this 2 doing here? Why do we have this? Because they're selling us, they're so desperate that they're selling us Overwatch 1 in Overwatch 2. So where do we go from here? That's my question. Because if we don't go back to the things that people like, if this is a success, right, and we don't go back to this stuff, well, you didn't do the thing that is successful. But if we do go back, then we're going backwards. And there's no point. It further cements that there is no point of this. That this was pointless. And this was only in place so that they could restructure the shop and charge $20, $30 for skins and skin bundles. That's my worry here. So I'm hoping it's a step in the right direction, like a lot of people are saying it might be. People thought the same thing about WoW when Classic came out, and that didn't really work out that way. So, you know, we'll see. I'm gonna play this probably today and then tomorrow and throughout, you know, as the event goes on. I'll make a video as I'm playing it to show my reactions. But I didn't get a chance to make this video to talk about this the other day. It's out today. I'm putting this video out today and then I'm gonna play it. But just wanted to briefly talk about what this is, what it means for Overwatch in the future. It makes me a little worried. It could be good steps, but it also, I feel like they're kind of trapped between a future, you know, a past that everybody misses, but they can't really plausibly go back to, and a future that they've set themselves up for that has disappointed everyone so far and nobody really wants. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm rooting for them. I really am. I hope this game makes a revival. I hope it comes back, and I hope Marvel Rivals doesn't just completely put the final nail in the coffin for it. But yeah. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys. I'll see you later.